Welcome back to Hearts of Gold, where today I'm going to be playing 3 matches for you. 2 in the league against Kilmarnock and our rivals Hibs. And then we've got Rangers in the Scottish Cup semi-final. This is pretty much I think it's going to be the penultimate episode of the series in its regular format. A lot of you, a couple episodes ago, did say that it probably has come to a natural end for this series, but I did mention in the last episode that I might continue this save kind of as just a personal save and then update you at the end of every season. So that I haven't completely decided if that's going to happen, but that's my plan for the moment anyway. It would be nice if we can end on a high by winning a Scottish treble and also go unbeaten in the league. That would be fantastic. But we still have a few teams in our way. Of course, the league's going to split and we've still got 5 league games to play after today. The plan is for episode 30... What episode is it today? Episode 38 today. So episode 39, I will probably show the last league game and hopefully the cup final if we can get through against Rangers today. But today we do have the tricky task of taking on 4th place Kilmarnock, who've had a remarkable season, I must say. I feel like they deserve European football because they've really done very well. Although, to be fair, Aberdeen recently have been exceptional. They've actually scored more goals than Kilmarnock and conceded less. And Kilmarnock were high flyers. They were scoring so many goals and they seem to have dropped off a little bit lately with a loss and a draw, as you can see there. We're currently 10 points clear of Celtic. We've basically won the league, but I really want to go unbeaten. But Kilmarnock could be tough. We've never lost against them because we've never lost against a team in the league other than Rangers and Celtic, remember, which is just quite an incredible record, I think. This is the team I'm lining up with them. McLaughlin, Suter, Berra, Lynch, Amankwa, Spearing, Brown, Zhu, Moncur, Christie and Akpom. I'm going with Moncur because Cochrane's quite tired. I want to save him for the Hibs game. I'm determined to beat Hibs. I've had enough of drawing against them and throwing games away against them. It's very frustrating. Up front for Kilmarnock. Now this chap had a really good start to the season, but he's not actually their top goal scorer anymore. He's got a cap for Scotland, by the way. He's obviously a good player. Irwin is actually their top goal scorer of 20 goals. Those two have been really, really good and have been the top 2 goal scorers in the league for pretty much the whole season. I don't know if they still are. Akpom's our top goal scorer. He's got 22 goals in all competitions now, 13 in the league. And I think that's pretty good. He could have had a lot more. He does miss some crazy easy chances, but so does Lafferty, to be fair. Lafferty's on the bench today. Rory Curry's unfortunately picked up quite a bad injury, so he's out for a few weeks. So he's probably unlikely to feature again. But he had a good few games for us when Lafferty and Akpom were both out injured. This tactic really does allow the striker to score goals, even if they're not the best striker in the world. It creates chances, and they do score goals eventually. And we've seen with Akpom, it does. This pitch looks a bit weird, actually. It's just slightly weird pattern, unless it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. You might not be able to see it, actually, if the OBS doesn't quite pick that up. What was I going to say? Something about strikers. I've forgotten. Oh, their top goal scorer's just got injured, as has Kilty. That is bizarre. Both their 2 strikers have picked up knocks. Kilty's on an orange injury, but Kilmarnock's still on the attack. I've got it on the away tactic today, by the way, because we're playing away from home. I just feel that's the best thing to do. It just doesn't seem to always work, the attacking tactic, even against weaker opposition. It is bizarre. But Kilmarnock, currently the better team in this game so far, although statistically we have been the better team. Perhaps we're going to create something here. Playing it out from the back. Here's Brown into the path of George Moncur, who finds Zoom. Zoom back to Moncur. That pitch really is weird. It's annoying my eyes. There's Zoom. Moncur, this is lovely play from us. Look at us, just going up the pitch far too easily. And Christie, what a brilliantly well worked goal. It started from McLaughlin all the way up the pitch. Kilmarnock just couldn't stop us. And we have found the back of the net with a great finish from Christie, to be fair. Menko gets the assist in the end, of course. He's got so many assists this season. He's top assister in the league. And he must have picked up close to 20 assists now. Let's just have a quick look. In fact, he's got 22 assists this season. Plus that one today. I don't think that's added on yet. That is incredible. It's his best season yet for us. He's just got better and better as that complete wing back. This is what you guys need to do. If you don't do this, Just because a player is suited to a certain role, it doesn't mean that you have to keep them like that. You can train them up, especially on the more recent football managers. It is easy to train them up in new roles, and not every single player is suited. But I looked at Amankwa, he had the pace, he had the dribbling ability, decent crossing. Not the best defensively, but he's got high work rate. He just goes up and down. I thought he would suit complete wing back, and he has suited it brilliantly as Akpom misses a glorious opportunity there to make it 2-0. Half time 1-0, it should be 2 really. Kilmarnock, other than that first phase of play where they were dominating, have literally done nothing. They've only had one shot. They've obviously got injuries. I'm going to say don't get complacent. But we'll just keep it on the away tactic, keep things calm. We're dominating possession, we're dominating the opportunities in front of goal. Lee Brown's looking nervous. I'm going to take him off for Ashley Young, who's retiring at the end of the season, by the way. He's done well for us. He's played at right wing back, left wing back, scored a couple goals even. This is a boring second half, literally nothing happening. I'm going to take Akpom off. He's had a poor game by the looks of it. And I'm also going to throw Ben Reeves on for Ryan Christie, the goal scorer. Corner. Be nice if we can wrap this up here. It's knocked away. Zoom picks it up. Crosses it back in. And Amankwa and Lynch hits the post from about 2 yards out. Can we hold on to this? They're missing their 2 top goal scorers who've both gone off the pitch. They've been non-existent. We should really have wrapped it up. But it looks like we're going to get the win anyway. 1-0. Not the best scoreline in the world, but Kilmarnock are a tough team. They score goals and we've stopped them from scoring today. So I'm really pleased with that. And another 3 points on our tally. Heading towards that unbeaten season. Celtic just thrashed Aberdeen 4-0 by the way. So Kilmarnock still have an opportunity to grab that 3rd place. It looks like it's very close for the top 6, because remember the top 6 and bottom 6 split into 2 for the last 5 games. Rangers might feature in the bottom half. They do have a game in hand though. They're scrabbling to try and get into that top half. They've had a terrible season, probably because of Europa League football, but considering they finished 2nd last year, that is truly terrible from them. It's time for another Edinburgh derby then. The Scottish League is very repetitive, I must say, because there's only 12 teams. You just play each other so much. We can actually stop Hibs from going into the top half today by beating them, and in turn it would mean that this would be our last match against them, which I wouldn't mind because it's been so painful playing them. Celtic have Rangers. Rangers did win their last game, so they are currently in the top 6, but that could all change if they lose today. But it would rely on us sort of losing against Hibs, so I'd rather just Rangers finish in the top 6. That's completely fine. Anyway, you know I've never lost against Hibs, but we've only beaten them 3 times, and that is just annoying, to say the least. Should I go with the same team? I almost forgot. I almost clicked and submit team. I want Hot Cochrane playing against Hibs, of course. And George Kerr, when I accidentally played him once, did score a belter, to be fair, so I might regret that. But we need young Harry for this one, don't we? I kind of feel like a defeat is coming against them because we've struggled so much in the last few games. It's almost inevitable. And also, they'd absolutely love it if they prevented me from going unbeaten this season. I'm not going to go for the fans thing because that just doesn't work. I'm going to go for that one. That always seems to motivate the lads. Let's go with that. They're playing Simon Murray up front. He's their top goal scorer. They're playing quite a defensive formation, 5-4-1. I'm just going to close down all their midfielders and their wing-backs or full-backs or whatever they're playing. We're the better team. We know we're the better team, but we always struggle. I'm going to go attacking from the start. And I'm also going to go to mixed passing from the start. Let's just change things up a little bit. And let's get on with this. Ow. Oh, I just overstretched then. I'm an idiot sometimes. 5 minutes in. This is the first highlight. Jay Spearing back to Barry, slams it up the pitch. Akpom does really well there to find Zoom, and Zoom charges forward as the Mazzala. He's still going. He's found Akpom, who... I thought that was in. We've dominated. This is rare for us against Hibs, but they have a free kick, which has gone in. Simon Murray blasts it home. It went through the wall, and... blah, 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 blah. Why can't we ever beat Hibs? The ricochet of 2 players in the wall. Oh, and Amank was gone and got injured. Christie, free kick. Yes! Christoph Berra, the captain, equalises. I'm going to have to take Amankwa off. We can't risk him. Ashley Young's coming on. We're back in this game. Thank goodness for that. It's a free kick from Christie. I don't really know what happened, but it found its way through to Berra, and there's been 2 goals from free kicks so far in this match. I'm going to encourage them. Losing Amankwa is a blow. Let's hope he's not injured for the cup semi-final, or even worse, injured for the rest of the season. Does pick up small little injuries that don't go very far. Celtic beating Rangers 2-0 at the moment. Do I be harsh, or do I try and stay a bit positive and say we're not doing too badly? I'm going to go for that. I'm going to speak to the defence. They're the difference makers for some reason. Akpom 6.5. I'm going to play him in his preferred role as a complete target man, and I'm actually going to hit early crosses into the box for him, whip them in. Ashley Young's a good crosser of a ball. He's got 14 on crossing. Let's just play him as a regular wing back and get him sort of hitting early balls in for Akpom. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what happens in the second half. Might have to go 2 up front at some point, bring Zoom off maybe and throw on Lafferty alongside Akpom. That could work. We've been the better team, statistically. 62% possession, 16 shots to their 6. Half an hour to go. We've had no highlights so far in the second half. Harry plays it into Zoom. Zoom back to Cochrane, into Ryan Christie. Ryan Christie finds Zoom. Zoom out wide to Lee Brown. Lovely ball into Zoom. This is wonderful football. Brown spearing. Harry spearing again. Back to Harry. Out wide to Lee Brown. Look at this. Wonderful. Lee Brown. That deserved a goal, and we get it through Ryan Christie, who's really performed brilliantly of late, I must say. He's certainly improved as the season has progressed, and we're 2-1 up. What another beautiful goal. He scored a great goal against Kilmarnock, and this was wonderfully worked as well. Lee Brown, great cross from him, and Christie just in the right place there. Off the ball movement, excellent. And we're 2-1 up. Can we hold on? I'm going to continue to attack. We'll go defensive and then I'll concede. It's inevitable. Lee Brown's looking nervous despite getting that really good assist. Do I need to make any changes? John Suter's on a yellow. Lynch isn't playing that well. Akpom not having the best. I'm going to keep it as it is for now. Might take Cochrane off and bring on Moncur, though he's tired. I think that's probably sensible. I could change to the away tactic here, but I'm not risking it. Bringing on Lafferty for Akpom. We've played really well. We deserve this win. Ched Evans has just come on. There's still time. There's 40 seconds for them to score a late equaliser. I wouldn't bet against it because it always seems to happen against us. Here's Lafferty. Zoom to make it 3. That's killed the game off. Zoom really loves a goal, I must say. He's excelled at the Mazzara role. Let's watch this again then. It's a quick counter-attack, really. Suter, Christie, played it through to Lafferty, the substitute, tucked it through to Zoom, and the keeper couldn't keep it out. And that's a 3-1 win against Hibs. Oh, I'm delighted. / relieved. Really relieved. Rangers are going to just about scrape into the top 6 on goal difference there to Motherwell by the looks of it. They're really lucky. There's actually a chance we might play Hibs in the cup final, I think. Possibly. Are they in this? Oh, maybe I'm misremembering. I thought that they were in the semi-final because I forgot to show you the results. Silly me. I've just thrown myself straight into these games, and I didn't really show you the results of the last few matches. So we'll go back and look at the most recent results because I completely forgot. We did actually play quite a few games behind the scenes as well, because remember in the last episode we took on Celtic and Wraith. And then I played a lot of games behind the scenes. So, bear with me. What did we do? We beat Partick Thistle 4-1. Really good performance. Zoom with 2 goals. We beat Wraith in the replay quite comfortably. Ben Reeves, Lafferty and Akpom with the goals. 2-0 win against Hamilton thanks to Amenko and Akpom. 2-0 win against Livingston thanks to Prince and Akpom, even though Prince got sent off. We beat Celtic in the Scottish Cup quarter-final 1-0 thanks to Akpom in the first half. We beat Rangers 1-0 thanks to Akpom. We beat St Johnstone 2-0 thanks to Christie and Akpom. Akpom's been brilliant, by the way. And then obviously the last 2 games we have seen this. Akpom hasn't scored in the 2 games today, even though he scored in pretty much every single game since. In fact, is that right? Partick Thistle he scored. Wraith he scored. Hamilton he scored. Livingston. Yeah, he scored in every single game behind the scenes. But he hasn't scored today. But anyway, that 3-1 win against Hibs means the top 6 consists of us, Kilmarnock, Rangers, Aberdeen, Celtic and Hamilton. So, we're going to play this Rangers game today, and then I'm going to play... I think we need to end with a treble livecom, don't we? Because Celtic... I have to take Celtic on one last time. But yes, the Scottish Cup consists of Hearts versus Rangers and Hibs versus Queen of the South. So I thought that was going to be the last game of the series against Hibs. But... in all likelihood, we're going to be taking them on in the Scottish Cup final. I really hope that happens, because that would be the most fitting end to the series. And I bet we go and lose. Thinking about it, if Hibs do get through to the final, it makes more sense to have a separate episode for that, just to recap on the whole series, rather than having a stupidly long episode. So what I think I'll do is I'll play Celtic and Hamilton in the next episode, and then we can round off with a nice episode 40. Hopefully against Hibs. If it's not Hibs, then maybe I won't. We'll see, won't we? After today, we've got Rangers actually, we've got them in 2 weeks. Bear with me. It's time for the last match of today's episode then. We're taking on Rangers. We are the favourites because they've had a poor season. But we've only beaten them 3 times in the series, remember. But we have the opportunity to go through to the cup final and hopefully take on Hibs in the last game of the series. In its regular format, I hasten to add, because I might continue behind the scenes. We'll see. Anyway, Amenkwat is just back from injury. So that 2-week break's done him some good. So he is ready to play. So I'm going to go with him. And I think I'll just stick with the same team. They still have Morelos, who is a deadly striker. However, he does have a bit of an injury, twisted ankle. He's certainly not back. So hopefully that will prevent him from scoring too many goals against us. Or no goals at all, please. That'd be nice, Alfredo. He's got 28 goals this season, despite the poor season for Rangers. Charlie Adam still in the team. They still have some good players. They've just struggled because of the Europa League, I think. Although they were knocked out the group stage, so it's no excuse for the second half of the season, really. Let's go with that. I really hope we don't bottle it today. I want to get through to that cup final because I want to take on Hibs. I don't want them to bottle it either. I would like to take them on in the last game. Going to go with the attacking tactic, of course. We have to. Are we playing at home, or is it a neutral setting for the cup semi-final? I didn't actually check. Corner to Rangers, whipped in, headed away by Akpom, but it's 1-0. Offside, I think, for Murphy. So we escape there. We've done nothing so far, 0 shots. That's a bit of a pain. Let's go mixed passing. We should be playing more direct passing play, apparently, according to my assistant. In the last match, he was saying short. Now he's saying direct. It must be just the way they've lined up. Okay, second highlight of the game. It's towards the end of this first half, and it's in favour of Rangers by the looks of it. That's just headed wide by Murphy. We've literally done nothing so far. Maybe I need to go 2 up front, bring Zoom off. He's on a yellow. It's been a boring game, a boring semi-final so far. Let's calmly say, far from pleased. That's fired them up. Going to take Zoom off for Lafferty. Throw Lafferty up front. Swap him with Akpom. And Akpom's going to play as a complete forward on attack. Christie's still going to play... Actually, I'll play Christie as an advanced playmaker on attack. And we will go more direct, like my assistant suggested. Mixed crossing as well. Hopefully Amankwa can get involved. We've just been non-existent in this game. They have taken off Morelos. This is poor. Roam from positions will hopefully make us a bit more attacking. Half an hour to go. 4 shots there, 5. This is just terrible. Why is nothing happening? Christie's been dreadful. I'm worried it might go to penalties. Who's got better penalty taking out of Christie and Ben Reeves? Oh, it's definitely Christie. I think I have to leave him on. I'm going to take off Lee Brown and throw on Ashley Young. First highlight of the second half. And Rangers on the attack. But Amankwa steps in. Ryan Christie, has he got the ball? What's he doing? He's cleared it, but only as far as Jack. For Rangers, into Charlie Adam. Adam and Jack in the middle. Murphy crosses it in. Oh, it's over the bar. That's the first clear-cut chance of the game, I think. Dodo for Rangers. Oh, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing today? Why do we struggle against Rangers? We beat them comfortably a couple of times this season, but generally throughout this series, we have really struggled against Rangers. They've been a bogey team, certainly. Them and Hibs. I know we're unbeaten against Hibs, but we have struggled against them. But Rangers have probably been the biggest bogey team of all. More than Celtic, that's for sure. Been unlucky so far? Not really. We've just been dreadful, but I don't want to be too harsh. Akpom's looking nervous. I don't know what to do. Bit of an uninspiring change, possibly. Maybe bringing Bielik on for Spear. I know that's uninspiring, but want George Moncur on. Go with 2 in the middle. Play Christie as back as a shadow striker. Let's hit early crosses into the box. This has just been dreadful. It really has. If we throw this treble away, that's going to be really annoying. Okay, maybe one highlight before the whistle for half-time in extra time. Rangers, I think they've been the better team. They've not done much, but they have been the better team. They've obviously defended well against us. But we're putting pressure on here. And Akpom! He scores! Oh, the pressure gets to Rangers. They make a mistake trying to play it out from the back. And Akpom has found the back of the net. Look at this mistake. Dreadful. He's just played it across. Who's he even aiming for? I don't know, but Akpom capitalises. And now we just need to hold on. It's not been a pretty game whatsoever, has it? Is this at half time yet? There we go. That's half time. Okay. Now, I've just realised I've had it on the away tactic. I thought I had it on the home tactic. Did I have it on the away tactic for the other 2 matches then? Because I don't remember changing it. Interesting. I think we're allowed to make a 4th substitution in extra time, by the way. I would want to bring Amankwa off, but he's... I don't really have anyone that can come on for him in that position, annoyingly. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to bring on Bielik and throw him there. Play him as the defence midfielder, as usual. And Christie will go back to playing as an advanced... In fact, what we can do... In fact, Moncur back to playing as a deep line playmaker. Christie can play as the Mazzala on support. Akpom will still stick with the 2 up front. Amankwa will go to play as a normal wing back. We will go... Turn that off. Retain possession. Lower the tempo a bit. Okay, can we hang on for 15 minutes of extra time and get through to another Scottish Cup final? We've got through to every... Well, if we do get through, we'd have got through to every single Scottish Cup final. Which is an impressive record, I must say. Not bad at all. As Rangers come forward. Looking to get an early equaliser. Lynch does well to defend, but it's back into the box and McLaughlin saves. Eventually throws it out. I suppose he's time wasting now. Into the path of Ashley Young. Still a highlight here. Here's Christie. Knocking it up the pitch. Akpom, can he get his second and kill the game off? No, it's saved by Anik. 4 minutes. 3.5 minutes to go. Akpom can't win that ball. Rangers going to be pumping everyone's forwards now. That's an excellent ball. Tavernier. What a goal that would have been. I thought that was going in. He's really unlucky there to hit the crossbar. Could have sworn that was going in. We've got 30 seconds to hang on. I probably should have gone contain or something now. But I've just left it as it is. Here's Amankwa. Into the path of George Moncur. Rangers really unlucky not to get a result here today. They've had a complete cock-up at the back that's given us the victory and is sending us through to another Scottish Cup final with 10 seconds to go. This is it, surely. Amankwa into the path of Akpom. Just time waste now, lads. Ryan Christie, we're passing it around. Time wasting. We're through. We're through to the Scottish Cup final. Oh, that was painful. Seems convinced. What does that even mean? Anyway, they're looking delighted going through to that final. Question is, Yes, Hibs got through in extra time. They struggled against the Championship team, but we're going to be playing Hibs in the Scottish Cup final. What a way to end the series. So I'm going to play Kilmarnock, Rangers and Aberdeen behind the scenes. We're going to take on Celtic and Hamilton in the next episode just to see if we can go completely unbeaten. Celtic's obviously the biggest challenge there. I suppose Rangers are as well. And then the last episode, episode 40, against Hibs, the opportunity to get the Scottish treble. Hope you're looking forward to the next few episodes. I'll see you very soon.